This is Beloved Rapture. It is a RPG that is very reminiscent of the classic RPGs on the Super Nintendo or the Sega Genesis. Think like Chrono Trigger, that sort, maybe like Lufia. And it begins here with the first chapter being about Zack and Johan. And Johan is sort of the younger student of Zack, who's also pretty young as well. I think he's like in his 20s or so, with Johan being maybe about 17, about to turn 18. And so he gets awarded Amaterasu, which was a artifact given to Zack by his father, and he's giving it to Johan. And Johan is going to go into a trial where he's going to become a knight. So that's the basis of the story here. The basic game has you doing basics on people. You have spells, and when you do enough basics, you will get a ability to do a relica, and that is a supercharged version of your normal abilities. And when you use that, it does a tremendous amount of damage, takes out the enemy, you gain experience, level up, so on. There's a lot of different hidden things here. You got your fish and mini game, which is pretty cool. Then you have your various different little scenes here that happen throughout the game. So each little sort of chapter and area you kind of clear. There's typically a little scene here that you're going to be able to participate here. So here is a scene between Johan and Zack, where Zack wants him to display his skills. And so you very quickly learn that this game is not very forgiving if you play in the regular RPG mode. There's also another mode you can play in that has a more like story-esque sitting and watch feel to it, where this is more the classic RPG. You have your level up system, which is kind of cool that you can level up your different stats and kind of choose how the character goes rather than getting a generic level up. So that's kind of interesting. There's a lot of plot development in this and a lot of story. So I believe the idea behind this is that there's going to be a lot of different characters, and they're all going to kind of meld together over time. There's a lot of different traps and things that happen in the game that can trigger sort of events to happen or creatures to come out. So there's a lot of different little paths you can take here and little side quests and stuff. So I thought that was kind of cool. Johan's mom does not appreciate his growing into his adulthood because there's a lot of monsters and sort of things around the village. As we see here, there is a dragon. It is it's probably the first boss encounter that you encounter in this game. Maybe there's a few little demi-bosses that are kind of hard. This one's the guaranteed hard one, where you can see it's kind of like a 2-tap. So you have to be very careful here, as this game is not really forgiving at all, and you have to be on top of everything. There is a little bit of a wait mode. I'm not even sure if I'm in the wait mode, and it's actually can be faster than this, but it's pretty scary. So it's nowhere near like Chrono Trigger, where it's like really slow and methodical. You can make all your little decisions. This one's pretty much almost you're going instantly into your decision, and if you delay anymore, it's gonna kind of smack you about, and you really can't afford to have that happen. So some enemies you don't defeat, they just kind of flee, and then you get the award. So that's the case here in this one. Then we get a little bit more story development. Johan is not really an adult yet. He's still very, very childish in his behaviors, and he's still frightened by the world. Zack is still kind of timid, but kind of necessarily taken his role in trying to change Johan. And you can level up your abilities on your items, which is cool. We return here back to the village, and Johan discovers that everything is on fire. So that's not good. You can see his whole town is kind of destroyed. Meanwhile, Zack is trying to confront all the people possibly responsible for this. And they instantly smack him down. So again, this game is Beloved Rapture. It seems pretty cool, and I kind of like it so far. I'm a few hours in, and it's been pretty decent. So looking forward to the next chapter of this game.